A spring breeze is set to blow on the car tuning market, restricted by various regulations. How much economic impact will deregulation bring? Korea and Canada reach a free trade agreement 9 years after negotiations started. What economic benefits will the two countries gain? Can carbon dioxide, the main culprit in global warming, also come in handy? From cement to artificial bones, what is the technology that transforms it into useful carbon dioxide? Introduction of various smart glasses that improved on the limitations of Google Glass. What are the characteristics of Korean version smart glasses, K-Glass? North Korea provokes as soon as the family reunion event ends. What is North Korea's intention, and how will the relations between the two Koreas change?
Hello, I'm Andrew Salmon and welcome to Bizline. As you can see, spring is here, which means it's the perfect time for a drive. If you have a vehicle which expresses your personality, all the better. Now, the government has recently announced a series of measures to boost the vehicle tuning and customization markets. What effect might these measures have? Let's keep your eyes on the road and let's take a look.
Korea is the world's 5th largest auto manufacturing country. The nation is also expected to record 20 million registered vehicles within this year. That means about half the population owns a car. And with the growing auto industry, there is a blue ocean to explore for business opportunities, which is auto tuning and customization. A car tuning shop in Seoul. There are full tuned-up cars displayed. Car tuning not only involves changing the outer appearance of the vehicle, but also upgrading auto performances. Mr. Lee Do-kyung is very much interested in auto tuning and visited a shop to improve his car's performance.
첫 차 구입하고 이제 차 운행하면서 이제 도로에 다니는 차들이 다 모양이 같고, 그래서 이제 그런 점에서 좀 나만의 개성을 가진 차를 갖고 싶다 해서 이제 튜닝을 시작했던 것 같습니다. 일단 제 외관적으로는 제 취향에 맞게 드레스업 튜닝을 했고요. 일단 지금 제가 또 고려하고 있는 거는 이제 엔진 쪽 튜닝을 해서 이제 성능도 높이고 이제 연비를 좀 좋게 해서 경제성도 챙기는 그런 튜닝을 좀 더 하고 싶습니다.
However, there were many regulations which made it difficult for Korean car owners in tuning their car.
그 배기 튜닝, 배기 튜닝 같은 경우는 그 조건이 굉장히 까다로워서 그 수입하는 그 수입국에서는 이제 규정대로 그 장착이 가능한 제품인데 한국에서는 그게 불가능한 제품들이 있었어요. 그런 것들을 해서 굉장히 불편함을 느꼈고.
Despite many inconveniences, car lovers are getting more and more interested in tuning their car.
차라는 것은 성인들의 장난감입니다. 일생 동안 너다섯 번뿐이 바꾸질 않는데 차 하나를 사게 되면 똑같은 차, 똑같은 색깔보다도 나만의 차, 개성이 강한 차를 입히고자 하는 게 인간의, 사람의 욕구, 특히 남성의 욕구라고 볼 수가 있습니다. 그런 측면에서 바로 이 튜닝이 그런 욕구를 채워줄 수 있는 가장 중요한 부분이기 때문에 그래서 문화적인 부분이 커가고요.
Korea's tuning market is estimated to be around $500 million, which is small when compared with the markets in the US, which is about $35 billion, and Germany, which is around $23 billion. Neighboring Japan is about $14 billion. Korea's auto industry is 1/10 the size of that in the US, but the tuning market is 1/60th.
규제 일본도로 나왔다는 거죠. 사실 튜닝 분야를 허가를 위한 법이 아니라 불허를 위한 법, 막기 위한 법이었다는 거죠. 또 국내 제작사에서도 튜너가 아직도 없고요. 또 일반 시장에서는 튜닝 문화라는 것 자체가 없습니다. 일반인들이 즐겨서 나만의 개성이 강한 차를 꾸미고 이거를 즐길 수 있는 문화도 없고 관련된 산업도 없다는 거죠.
The Park Geun-hye administration, upon its launch last year, declared it would revitalize the economy through deregulation.
각종 규제들을 걷어내고 특히 중소기업이 중견기업으로 성장하는 것을 가로막고 있는 여러 제도적 미비점을 바로잡는 일에도 힘을 쏟겠습니다.
And in August, the government announced comprehensive measures to support the car tuning market. Its main points were simplifying reporting procedure and certification of tuning products.
우선 튜닝에 대한 규제를 완화할 계획입니다. 자동차 안전 운행에 지장을 주지 않는 경미한 튜닝은 가급적 승인을 받지 않도록 관련 규정을 정비할 계획입니다. 그리고 자동차 튜닝 부품 인증 제도를 도입할 계획입니다. 튜닝 인증 제도가 도입되게 되면 튜닝 부품의 어떤 성능과 품질 향상도 기대가 되고 튜닝 부품에 대한 소비자들의 신뢰도가 높아져서 튜닝 부품의 생산과 유통 활성화를 기대할 수 있겠습니다.
The market is getting excited over the changes. This tuning shop began operating in September and already shows 30% growth in sales each month. Inquiries doubled as well.
튜닝 시장 활성화 대책이 발표되고 나서 소비자들의 인식이 많이 바뀌었고요. 금융사에서도 입장이 많이 바뀌었고 제조사에서는 그 튜닝한 차에 대해서는 아예 보증을 거부하곤 했었는데 그 이후로는 튜닝 차에 대해서도 특별히 튜닝 때문에 문제가 생긴 게 아니면 보증을 해주겠다라는 식으로 입장이 바뀌고 있습니다.
Car tuning is not only for luxury sedan or sports cars, but also can be applied on vans and trucks. Deregulation has also boosted the outdoor leisure market through camping car customization and tuning.
고객의 니즈에 맞는 커스터마이징이 가장 활발한 제품이기 때문에 정부에서 튜닝에 대한 규제가 완화된다면 바로 적용할 수 있는 범위 자체가 넓어지기 때문에 업계에서는 크게 환영하는 분위기고
With widened opportunities, camping cars with a variety of functions and options are expected to come out into the market.
기존에 나와 있는 제품에 비해 월등히 안전적인 측면이 더 강화된 모델이라 하더라도 인증을 받지 못하면 장착이 불가한 제품이 상당히 많이 있습니다. 예를 들어서 호환되는 인증 중에는 유로 인증이라든지 미국 인증이 만약에 국내에서 서로 호환된다고 하지만 현실적으로 그게 어떤 강도 계산서나 ratification이 없으면 인정이 되지 않는 분위기이기 때문에 그런 부분이 완화가 된다 그러면 훨씬 더 편안하게 저희가 어떤 부품이나 옵션을 장착할 수 있고 액세서리도 적용을 할 수가 있겠죠.
Consumers welcome deregulations as they will be able to have a wider selection in camping cars.
아무래도 완성차다 보니까 마감 자체도 깔끔하고요. 그리고 특장차 위주로 봐도 될 것 같아요. 구조 변경이나 인허가 부분에 대해서 저희가 굳이 신경 쓰면서 돌아다니지 않아도 될 것 같아서 그래서 구매하게 되었습니다.
The Korean government hopes to create 50,000 new jobs and boost the market to about $4 billion in value by 2020 through supporting the car tuning industry.
또 모터스포츠도 커가고 이게 산업화되면서 고용 창출까지 되는 어떻게 보면 선순환 구조가 활성화될 수 있는 부분이기 때문에 이 부분은 이미 선진국에서 입증된 모델입니다. 이제는 이 왜곡된 시장이 아니라 균형을 잡힌 부분이 나오기 위해서는 분명히 튜닝이 활성화돼야지만 균형 잡힌 선진형 자동차 문화가 정립이 될 수 있다 이렇게 볼 수가 있습니다.
With the tuning industry expected to create new jobs and open doors for small and medium-sized enterprises, it may take an important place in the creative economy.
Korea has just signed its 12th bilateral FTA, or Free Trade Agreement. The deal is with Canada and is said to be a win-win for both countries. However, this deal did take almost a year to negotiate. There remains significant opposition to the deal within certain sectors in both economies. So will this FTA deliver the promised win-win, or will there in fact be losers? This is one of the questions we have for our guest today. She's a lawyer with Shin & Kim, and she's also the chairperson of the Canadian Chamber of Commerce in Korea. Genny Kim, thank you for being on Bizline.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Okay, let's start off with some data. How big is, or what is the size of the trade between Canada and Korea as it stands?
According to 2012 figures, I think we're at about $10 billion for bilateral trade.
Okay, and how, as this deal comes into effect, how is that trade expected or projected to increase?
Well, hopefully it will increase. That's the point of the FTA. And well, Korea is actually already doing really well. Out of that $10 billion, I think Korea's exports to Canada make up about a little over $7 billion of those dollars. So there's a bit of a trade deficit. And so certainly from Canada's perspective, we're hoping to
rebalance.
To rebalance, make up for a little bit of lost ground.
Understood. Okay, well that's a perfectly reasonable expectation. Which sectors are the Korean companies doing very well in back home in Canada?
Well, everybody knows about the success that companies like Samsung, Hyundai, and Kia have seen in Canada with their consumer products and automobiles, and that can definitely be expected to continue with the FTA. And also there's been increasing interest in the resource sector from Korea into Canada.
Talking about energy, shale gas?
Yes, LNG and oil sands. So KNOC and KOGAS they have major investments in the works in Canada right now, billions of dollars. Samsung has also made an investment in Ontario in a wind power plant, so renewable energy.
I understand that Korea is the first Asian country that Canada has signed an FTA with. What does that tell you about the significance of the Korean economy as a player within the region and within just FTAs generally?
Oh, it's very significant. I mean, when you ask why Korea, I would say why not Korea? I mean, it's a dynamic economy. It's a G20 economy. It's open, and it's a free trading nation at heart. And really, our hope and the reason why we pursued this FTA with Korea is that we see it as a gateway to the rest of Asia.
Okay, what you've told us thus far is the good news, the happy stories, the success stories. But of course, this has not been an easy deal to sign, right? I think it was 9 years in the making. Negotiations almost came to a halt in 2008. What were the key stumbling blocks?
Okay, well, everybody will be most familiar with the beef issue. That was
sensitive in Korea.
Yes, very sensitive, and basically it boiled down to just a fundamental disagreement between our two governments about the safety of our beef. We had a case of mad cow disease, which led to the ban on imports of Canadian beef. But then after that, we had numerous scientists from all over the world that attested and confirmed that our beef was safe to consume. But Korea continued to disagree, and so eventually, unfortunately, the disagreement had to go to the WTO.
And that didn't help negotiations.
No. So that was sort of the major sort of stumbling block. But in the end, that's all water under the bridge now because it worked out. Because
the situation's been resolved. Canadian beef is now available in Korea.
Yes. Korea has lifted the ban, and we've withdrawn our claim from the WTO, and now we have an FTA. So
well, good news. But there's also been opposition from within Canada. I think Ford Canada said, "We believe that South Korea will remain one of the most closed automotive markets in the world under the deal negotiated by the Canadian government." What's your response to that?
I fully understand the concerns that the auto industry has with the deal, and no trade deal is perfect. And there will be, some sectors that do better with the deal and some that don't. And you know, hopefully our governments will be committed enough to really work with those sectors that are sort of, you know, vulnerable, disappointed and vulnerable. Yeah,
but,
for example,
what exactly are these sensitivities? What are the Canadians car industry worried about?
For example, there is just a fundamental imbalance in auto trade. Korea is currently exporting hundreds of thousands of cars to Canada. Canada is exporting maybe a few thousand.
That many.
So yeah, and you know, in the end, I think even with this FTA, that's not really going to change those statistics that much. And that's fine, but optically,
is it fine?
It's,
I mean, why,
it's a sore point.
Why?
Right?
Why is there such an enormous imbalance?
Because most of our exports of automobiles do go to the United States anyway.
Right.
So it's not. I don't think the FTA is going to make such a big difference there, but there's some sort of, you know, emotion about that imbalance, and coupled with the fact that there are other, you know, foreign automakers that have chosen to invest in Canada and make a commitment to our economy, right? Including Ford, including Japanese automakers that are there. Korea has not done that.
They haven't yet invested in plant, in factory.
Exactly. And so that was sort of the initial sort of impetus of the automakers' sort of objections to this deal going through, because they invested in Canada as a way to get around the tariff barriers. And now with this FTA, and Korea has not, Korea's sort of getting a free pass in their view. Initially that was sort of the sentiment. Many in the auto sector have sort of come around now because they see the value of a free trade agreement, and they see the value of free trade. For example, the Japanese automakers now no longer oppose the deal because they see it as a platform to greater free trade, possibly through the Trans-Pacific Partnership.
Yeah. We'll talk about the TPP a little bit later,
or their own bilateral FTA between Canada and Japan. So,
Okay. Let's come on to some of the Korean problem sectors. I mean, again, agriculture has always been problematic here. It's very, very difficult for a small farmer in Korea to compete with the gigantic farms in Canada. Is the Korean farming sector going to be one of the losers in this deal?
The reality here in Korea is that, yes, any free trade agreement that Korea signs with another country, the agriculture sector here in Korea is always going to be vulnerable, yes. But what I really applaud is the Korean government's commitment to try to work with the farmers, the producers here in Korea, and help them through, you know, the vulnerabilities. And I think that's really important, and for both governments to do in both their countries, right, to help the industries. But is there not an element of, well, it is bad for Korean farmers, but cheaper agricultural products, good for Korean consumers? Very good for Korean consumers. So, yes, that's another very good point, because in the end, it's Korean families, Canadian families, that are going to benefit from lower prices and greater variety and choice in products that they, you know, choose to buy for their families. Now, the deal has been signed, but I understand it needs ratification on both sides. How long might this process take before the deal actually takes effect? Right. I think that's sort of the #1 question on everyone's minds. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I'm sure your guess is better than mine. So. So, I mean, it's just, you know, who knows the issues that can come up throughout the ratification process. I mean, it still has to go through legal review, has to go to both our houses in Canada and Korea for ratification. And and so what I would really like to see is to see our two governments really fully commit themselves and stay focused to getting this this FTA ratified in both governments.
All right, let's move on. President Park, I think, recently asked Prime Minister Harper, who was in town for this for the signing of the deal, to assist Korea in joining the Trans-Pacific Partnership, the TPP, which unites, I think, 12 economies around Asia Pacific.
Right.
What do you think Canada can or should do for Korea in this regard?
Well, the thing with the TPP is I think it's great because multilateral free trade, I mean, that's basically, you know, an optimal result.
Yeah.
And certainly, yes, we'd love to see Korea become a part of those negotiations. As free trading nations, both of us at heart, you know, I think we're great partners and, you know, we like to see each other do well.
Canada, Korea are both signing both bilateral FTAs and, like the TPP, trying to get into multilateral FTAs. On the other hand, does this not suggest that the bigger picture, the ultimate goal, which is a WTO solution, the Doha Development Agenda, is now dead in the water, which is why countries are furiously signing all these deals, but they don't seem to have much belief in the big WTO picture. Is that the case?
Well, of course, if you're a free trader, the ultimate goal really would be to go for multilateral free trade. Unfortunately, that's very difficult because of all the stakeholders. Being for free trade, basically the view is that any free trade is good. And so I think that is the impetus to pursue the easier bilateral. Well, they're not easy, but the easier course of bilateral free trade agreements. And just to keep moving forward. That's what Korea is doing, that's what Canada is doing, and just keep going because more free trade is good for everyone. And you know, the more we pursue these sort of agreements, then hopefully then that will create a platform for more a multilateral kind of agreement, and definitely we'd like to see that.
Okay, I'm sure we all would. So, but for now, it's when it comes to FTAs, get what you can while you can and hope for the best on the DDA, the Doha Development Agenda. Genny, it's been a pleasure having you on board. Thank you for joining us. We'll hope to see you again sometime.
When you have to communicate with a foreigner or do work in a foreign language, even if you aren't fluent in the language, there is a way to communicate well. This week's App of the Week is Genny Talk, an automatic interpretation application that everyone can easily and simply use. Let's click on the Speak button and talk clearly at a moderate volume. Just by speaking into the smartphone, your words will be simultaneously interpreted. The app is useful to foreigners as it can also interpret English to Korean. If you are in a situation difficult to talk, you can also enter the texts to interpret them. Currently, Genny Talk supports Korean, English, Japanese, and Chinese. It expects to add supports for more languages.
Carbon dioxide is considered one of the main culprits in global warming. But what if we could not only capture this greenhouse gas, but reprocess it and turn it into a useful product? In fact, research on this very thing, killing two birds with one stone, is underway here in Korea. So, how far has this research come and where is it going?
Plastic products that we use every day, artificial bones that we use in medicine, cement that we use on construction sites. What do they all have in common? Well, they all come from utilizing carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide can be transformed into various useful materials thanks to technology in compression and enzymes that produce carbon compounds. Let's take a further look into the green technology which reduces harmful carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. A research center in Daejeon, Central South Korea, scientists are working hard to develop technology to capture and process carbon dioxide, which is also known as CCS or carbon capture and storage. CCS is the process of capturing carbon dioxide waste from large point sources, such as fossil fuel power plants, and transporting it to a storage site, such as undersea or underground, or processing it into a renewable material. The essence of CCS technology is capturing carbon dioxide, which accounts for 70 to 80% of the total cost. Capturing methods depend on concentration of carbon dioxide in emitted gas and the amount of the output.
이산화탄소를 포집하는 기술에는 습식, 건식, 분리막 기술이 있습니다. 습식 기술은 30년 전서부터 상용화돼서 우리가 기술 개발할 때 상용화에 가장 근접한 기술입니다. 원리를 볼 때는 흡수제를 이용해서 이산화탄소를 분리한 다음에 재생탑에서 열에 의해 이산화탄소를 탈착하는 이런 과정입니다. 그래서 흡수제가 흡수탑과 재생탑을 돌면서 이산화탄소를 흡수하고 재생하는 이런 원리를 갖고 있습니다.
A study is underway for safe geological storage of captured carbon dioxide, consisting of burying the pollutant in excess of 1,000 meters deep in the earth or ocean floor.
일반 대기 상태에서는 기체였던 CO2가 고온고압이 되면 액체 상태로 변화가 됩니다. 액체 상태 CO2를 석유나 가스가 지층 내에 들어있듯이 반대되게 CO2를 집어넣어서 지층 내에서 유동을 하지 않고 그대로 오랫동안 격리시킬 수 있도록 하는 것이 이제 저희 목표이고요.
Average temperatures on Earth rose 0.74 degrees during the past century by burning fossil fuels. Climate change is occurring rapidly in this century to a worrisome level, considering that the surface temperature rose only 1 degree during the last 10,000 years. The U.S. Energy Information Administration expects worldwide energy-related carbon dioxide emissions to rise to 45 billion metric tons in 2040 from 31 billion metric tons in 2010.
CCS 기술은 대량의 이산화탄소를 저감했기 때문에 그에 따르는 배출권 거래를 많이 확보할 수 있습니다. 그래서 국내적으로 이산화탄소 포집 저장에 관련된 회사들이 많은 메리트를 갖고 이에 대한 집중적인 투자와 그다음에 기술 개발을 하고 있습니다.
Moreover, scientists are working on technologies to transform compressed carbon dioxide into value-added materials rather than just for storage in isolation. At Pohang University of Science and Technology in Gyeongsangbuk-do Province, the research team has developed bacteria as a catalyst to transform carbon dioxide to a carbon compound.
조개와 같은 많은 해양 생명체들은 대기에 있는 이산화탄소를 활용해가지고 자기의 껍데기를 만들 수 있는 능력을 가지고 있습니다. 우리는 그것을 활용하면은 우리가 대기에 있는 이산화탄소 또는 배가스, 제철소나 발전소에 나오는 배가스에 있는 이산화탄소를 우리가 원하는 화합물로 전환할 수 있는 기술을 개발할 수 있는데요. 거기에 이제 핵심이 되는 촉매 기술을 저희들이 개발한 것입니다. 자연적으로 이산화탄소를 활용하기 위해서는 이산화탄소가 굉장히 그 물에 녹는 속도가 느립니다. 하지만 이러한 생명체들은 1000만 배 빠르게 이산화탄소를 활용할 수 있는 촉매를 가지고 있고요. 그것을 저희들이 탄산 무소화 효소, 카보닉 엔하이드레이즈라는 효소로 부르고 있습니다.
Carbonic anhydrase is necessary to speed up the process of transforming carbon dioxide to a carbon compound. Such enzymes used as the catalyst can save time and cost, thus an economical technology. Experiments show that a bacterium can be 7 to 27 times faster in transforming carbon dioxide into a carbon compound. Without the catalyst, transforming 1,000 metric tons of carbon dioxide into calcium carbonate would cost $300, but reaction catalyzed by bacteria can cut the cost by more than 14%.
기존의 이산화탄소를 탄산무소화 효소를 이용해서 전환하고자 할 때 사용되는 탄산무소화 효소는 소혈청에서 분리한 효소를 이용하는 경우가 대부분이고요. 이 경우에는 킬로그램당 1억에서 20억 이상의 높은 가격으로 판매가 되고 있습니다. 저희가 만드는 생물학적 이 탄산무소화 효소는 생물학적 배양 방법으로 이용하기 때문에 저희가 1kg을 얻는데 100만 원 이하의 아주 낮은 가격으로 저희들이 생산할 수 있다는 그런 경제적인 이점이 있겠고요.
At Korea University in Seoul, research is underway to stabilize catalyst enzymes for commercialization. Stabilized carbonic anhydrase, consisting of magnetic properties and separated through electrostimulation, enabled transformation of carbon dioxide to carbon compounds with ease.
효소를 일상생활이나 많은 응용에서 쓰일 때에는 그 효소를 반복 사용하는 게 굉장히 중요할 때가 많습니다. 특히 그 이산화탄소 포집 및 전환 기술에서 굉장히 중요한 부분인데요. 고집적과 동시에 고안정성을 확보할 수 있는, 그러니까 안정화한다는 말입니다. 그러니까 안정화해서 그것을 다양한 분야에서 지금 쓰이고 있는데요. 그 가장 좋은 결과로서는 트립신이라는 효소를 1년 동안 반복 사용해도 불구하고 그 활성이 계속 유지되는 그런 결과를 갖고 있습니다.
Such carbon compounds made from carbon dioxide will be in wide use to make cement, industrial materials, and artificial bones, just to name a few.
어떻게 하면 이산화탄소를 우리한테 유용한 물질로 전환시킬 수 있는 이러한 활용 기술에 대해서는 아주 많은 관심들이 있고요. 그런 거에 대한 막대한 연구비들이 이제 흘러들어가고 있고요. 장기적으로 이런 훌륭한 연구 결과를 바탕으로 시장성을 확보된 그런 기술들이 조만간 이어지리라고 저는 예상하고 있습니다.
Carbon dioxide, once a big mess to the international community, is being transformed into a value-added material. And the technology to change pollution to a renewable substance is being developed in Korea.
Currently, the wearable technology which is gaining the most attention among tech aficionados worldwide is Google Glass. If you haven't seen it, Google Glass is a kind of cyber spectacle which marries internet, eyeglass and digital technologies in one package. But to shift our focus from Silicon Valley to back here in Korea, a team of Korean researchers has recently come up with a technology which they claim overcomes some of the limitations of Google Glass. So, are this team just talking the talk, or can they actually walk the walk? Let's take a look at K-Glass.
A more convenient interface, independent user environment, sophisticated design suitable for wearable devices, and even lightweight, smart glasses with such various merits are set to be launched. Google Glass was first unveiled in 2012 and raised expectations for smart glasses. This year, the competition to take control of the smart glasses market is already getting fierce, with companies from large IT firms to startups scrambling to introduce smart glasses.
두 손을 자유롭게 사용할 수 있기 때문에 사용자의 상당한 편리성이 제공이 되고 있고,
시선 정보, 경험들을 수집을 하고 그것을 바탕으로 새로운 서비스를 구현을 할 수 있게 되고.
Meanwhile, K-Glass, the smart glasses developed by a Korean research team, is becoming a hot topic in the industry. This is the laboratory of Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technologies, or KAIST, Electrical Engineering Department. Here, high-performance smart glasses, which will rewrite the level of smart glass technologies, have been developed. At a glimpse, it looks like an ordinary head-mounted display, or HMD, but they are high-performance, extremely low-powered smart glasses, which are 30 times faster and can operate up to 12 times longer than Google Glass. This independent wearable device doesn't need to be connected to a smartphone because it has its own Android operating system. Aside from web surfing, you can also write an email using the touchpad attached to the right. You can play video clips before your eyes and immediately upload the images shot by the camera to the internet. What does the world look like when you wear K-Glass? It rapidly recognizes augmented reality and implements 3D images naturally.
2m 앞에서 57인치 정도의 화면 크기로 보이고요.
하지만 실제로는 30cm에서 60cm 정도의 상이 맺히고 약 25인치 정도의 크기로 이제 화면이 디스플레이가 되고요. 그리고 한쪽에만 디스플레이가 되기 때문에 이제 다른 쪽 눈으로는 바깥 환경을 보게 되고 이제 그 반대편 눈으로 보이는 이제 마이크로 디스플레이 통해서 보이는 화면이 정합되어서 이제 하나의 어떤 새로운 정보를 형성하게 됩니다.
Its immediate interface that implements augmented reality is worth paying attention to. It boasts a speed more than 30 times faster than Google Glass. The secret is its self-developed augmented reality processor chip.
증강현실에서 핵심적인 기술 중 하나가 이제 물체 인식에 있는데요. 내가 보고 있는 물체가 어떤 피사체고 내가 가지고 있는 데이터베이스에서 어떤 물체인지를 인식을 해야 되는데 그 기술이 굉장히 복잡하고 시간이 오래 걸리는 작업입니다. 가장 성능이 좋은 알고리즘을 선택을 하고 그다음에 그 알고리즘에 최적화된 프로세서를 디자인을 했고요.
While Google Glass can operate for only about 2 hours in an augmented reality implemented environment, K-Glass can implement augmented reality for up to 6 hours. In a general user environment, its batteries last up to 24 hours.
뇌는 이제 굉장히 저전력으로 동작을 하는데 이제 그 뇌에서 네트워크를 구성하고 있는 신경망 구조를 모방해서 이제 매니코드를 연결을 할 때 이제 그런 뉴런의 신경망 구조를 모방해서 연결을 했기 때문에 저전력으로 동작할 수 있습니다.
If few more elements including designs favored by users and voice recognition function are added, K-Glass could soon be commercialized. If K-Glass is indeed commercialized, the outlook for the market is quite rosy. According to IMS research, in 2016, total accumulated shipments of smart glasses are likely to reach 9.4 million units. Indeed, with many IT companies unveiling smart glasses, the smart glasses technology is now on course for commercialization beyond innovation. Seiko Epson's Moverio is shaped to see the overall view unlike the general, opaque smart glasses. Sony's smart eyeglasses are suitably developed for sports broadcasting. Vuzix's monocular display type smart glass is worn on one ear. GlassUp's smart glasses have the most neutral design and an accelerometer and a gyro sensor. And even the design of Galaxy Glass, speculated to be developed currently by Samsung, is exposed. If smart glasses are commercialized like smartphones, there may come a time when we can see 3D images without displays, and we no longer carry smartphones to free our hands as in the movies.
해외에서 나가서 활동을 할 때 길을 묻거나 하는 그 외국인과의 인터랙션이 발생할 수가 있습니다. 번역을 해서 디스플레이에 띄워준다거나 혹은 소리로 들려준다면 또 언어로 인해 발생하는 장벽을 상당 부분 완화할 수 있을 것이라고 생각을 합니다. 유명한 연구소들에 이렇게 접근을 하기가 사실 힘들잖아요. 과학 선생님 이런 사람들이 대표로 딱 가서 글래스를 착용을 하고 견학을 하면서 그렇게 촬영하는 장면들을 교실로 이렇게 보내준다거나 이런 것들이 가능해지면 가상 견학도 좀 더 경험이 풍부해진다 뭐 이런 정도가 있어요.
Smart glasses can be applied widely, not only in our daily lives but also in the professional fields.
의사와 전공의 간에 어떤 수술 장면에 대해서 실습이 이루어진다면 실질적으로 의사가 어떻게 바라보고 있는지 그 시점에 공유가 되기 때문에 훨씬 더 의사들의 전공의들한테 많은 도움이 될 것 같고요. 어떤 특정 부품이나 기기를 분해하고 해체할 때 그것을 활용할 수 있다고 생각이 듭니다. 그래서 어떤 현재의 어떤 도구를 사용하고 다음에 어떤 단계를 진행해야 되는지를 뭐 증강현실 등을 이용해 갖고 같이 접목을 시킨다면 상당히 좋을 것 같고요.
Despite the rosy outlook for smart glasses, there are also concerns over side effects.
스마트 안경을 착용을 하고 누군가와 대화를 한다면 제가 말씀드리는 것뿐만 아니라 저의 정보뿐만 아니라 제 시선 안에 들어와 있는 사람들의 정보, 모습, 뭐 행동, 말하는 내용 이런 것까지도 함께 수집을 하게 됩니다. 그래서 나와 남의 정보까지 모두 다 손쉽게 수집을 하게 만듦으로써 지금도 있는 해킹 같은 문제들이 발생을 하게 되면 또 그런 정보들이 악용될 소지가 상당히 많이 있습니다.
Competitions to develop smart glasses are getting fiercer. If we can come up with measures to protect information along with development of technologies, the smart glasses market is likely to open wider in the future.
In North Korea, policy can lurch suddenly from conciliatory gesture to alarming provocation. Case in point, North Korea permits a heart-rending reunion of divided families and then just a couple of weeks later test fires a barrage of missiles. What is behind these apparently contradictory tactics? And what effect will they have on inter-Korean relations moving forward?
An incursion of a North Korean patrol boat over the disputed maritime border in the Yellow Sea was South Korea. A series of missile and rocket launches by North Korea. As to be expected, the rogue nuclear state successfully grabs the world's attention through its usual brinkmanship tactics, raising concerns over possible escalation of tensions on the Korean peninsula. But North Korea seems to have no choice but to return to the negotiation table with the South sooner rather than later. North Korea test-fired more than a dozen short-range Scud missiles and rockets into the sea off the eastern coast from late February to early this month. In addition, it fired 25 short-range rockets on Sunday. On the last day of the reunions of families divided by the Korean War, its patrol boat also crossed over the maritime border 3 times before it retreated upon warnings from the south. Pyongyang is suspected of using such actions to convey its anger against the joint military drills between the US and South Korea.
북방 한계섬 침범에는 좀 다른 의미를 지니는데요. 그것은 북측이 남북관계 개선 언급 이후에 키 리조브 기간 동안에 서해에 대한 우리 군의 대응 태도나 방향을 점검해보고자 했던 일종의 군사행동으로 분류해서 볼 수 있겠습니다.
South Korean and the US troops' annual joint exercises include Key Resolve, a computer-based simulation, and Foal Eagle, which involves air, ground and naval drills. The exercises, which the North denounces as exercises of war, will last until April 18th. The totalitarian communist state is also believed to aim to take the lead during future negotiations with its capitalist neighbor, through the calculated display of military muscle flexing.
현재 남북 관계 개선을 통해서 금강산 관광 등의 남북 경제 협력이 북한이 설정한 장기적인 전략으로 볼 수 있기 때문에 현재의 무력 시위는 한미 훈련에 대한 어떤 대응 또는 이것을 겨냥한 단순 시위로 볼 수 있겠습니다.
The two Koreas, the longtime foes, have enjoyed something of a thaw after they held the first high-level official meeting in more than 7 years and agreed to allow the first reunion of separated families in more than 3 years in February, raising hopes of greater cross-border cooperation. But a series of the North's missile launches has drawn criticism from the South and the US.
근본 북한의 단거리 탄도미사일 발사는 사전 항행 경보 없이 기습적으로 이루어진 비정상적인 군사 행동으로서 국제 항행 질서와 민간인 안전에도 심대한 위협을 주는 도발적 행위입니다.
The US earlier this month asked the UN Security Council to take action against North Korea after the North's latest missile tests included Scuds with an estimated range of 300 to 800 kilometers, which are capable of striking any target in the south.
미국과 그 추종 세력들은 우리의 정정당당한 로켓 발사 훈련에 대하여 도발이여 위협이여 하면서 함부로 떠들지 말아야 한다.
미국을 긴장시키게 하는 방법 중에 가장 주요한 것이 이제 중장거리 미사일 발사. 이게 이제 남아있다고 볼 수가 있습니다. 이 중장거리 미사일은 여기에 핵을 탑재해서 만약에 이 쏘아 올릴 수 있다면은 미국의 그 대륙, 소위 대륙까지도 위협할 수 있다. 이런 것을 시비할 수가 있죠. 그래서 이런 것을 통해서 미국 간의 대화를 이끌어내려고 하는 뭐 그런 의도도 아직까지 남아있다 볼 수가 있습니다.
Concerns have increased about the possibility of tensions rising on the Korean peninsula.
북한의 내부 안정화를 위해서도 이러한 기회를 활용해서 뭔가 긴장을 조성을 할 필요가 있죠.
Military tensions in the region rose significantly last year after Pyongyang threatened preemptive nuclear strikes against the US and South Korea in an angry protest against UN sanctions and the 2013's joint military exercises between Seoul and Washington. But for now, it is unlikely Pyongyang will repeat last year's saber-rattling. While it is not unusual for North Korea to launch such short-range missile tests as part of its regular drills, the latest provocations are rather seen as low-level matters that are thoroughly calculated as bargaining chips.
아마 고위급 회담을 통해서 다른 여타의 대화, 소위 경제적 지원 문제도 좋고 금강산 관광사업 재개도 좋고 이런 그 당면한 과제들과 나름대로 그 맞바꾸는 혹은 이것을 위한 하나의 수단으로 소위 그 당근이라고 볼 수가 있겠죠.
Despite Pyongyang's military actions and sudden shift to a hardline stance against the South, the two Koreas are expected to return to the negotiation table later without any significant escalation in regional tension.
이런 그 군사적 도발을 감행을 함으로써 자기들의 그 군사적 위력이 이렇게 강하다. 그러면서 이런 것을 우리 남한 당국에 혹은 주민들한테 그 위협 인식을 심어 놓고 이것을 기반으로 해서 남북한 대화를 한다든가 함으로써 또 그 주도권을 그 쥘 수가 있다. 그래서 그 대화라든가 남북한 관계 개선이 자기들이 원하는 방향으로 이끌어갈 수 있는 하나의 그 수단으로 활용해 오고 있다. 이렇게 볼 수가 있습니다.
North Korea has successfully drawn attention to the unresolved nature of borders and the joint military exercises between South Korea and the US. It is now time for it to show its sincere respect for regional stability and peace by refraining from further provocative actions.
And that's all we have time for on Bizline this week. But do join us again next week. We'll be taking a look at President Park Geun-hye's 3-year economic innovation plan, a plan which is drawing enormous attention from pundits and media domestically and globally. But that's it for now. I'm Andrew Salmon. This was Bizline. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.